it is Tristan with Nerdut's Newsstand, and I want to talk about a comic book professional named David Gallagher. Now, I'm hoping this story gets a little bit of traction, and I'm hoping people look at the good in humanity, so I wanted to definitely share it. Now, David Gallagher is currently in the hospital, but we're going to talk about why here in a minute. If you're unfamiliar with him, he's done some Comixology originals like Box 13. He has worked on Green Lantern Corps. He has also done Iron Man, Untold Tales of Spider-Man, Hawk, Winter Guard, Dark Star, Immortals. He has done stuff for Amazon. It came by the mall. There's a lot of stuff that he has done. Sure, he may not be the most well-known, but he is a comic professional nonetheless. He's also written for Ubisoft. He did Ghost Recon, Wildlands, and Breakpoint. So there's a lot of awesome stuff that David has done. He's worked for Image. He did Deadlands. Now, I can tell you all about who he is, what he's created, what he's put into the comic book industry. But what I really want to tell you when it comes to David is what he's done recently. And I find this amazing because what we're seeing is a man that took what he teaches in comic books and put it in real life. Now, I'm actually going to read you. This is a GoFundMe that was set up. And honestly, this is amazing. Like, David is from Brooklyn, New York. And, well, let me read it to you verbatim. This is coming straight from David. And he needs some help. And honestly, I cannot believe. There's a lot of times I lose faith in humanity, right? There's a lot of times I look at things and they're bad out there in the world. There's stuff with Ukraine, stuff with the coup. There is a lot of bad out there. And then you get something like this, and it gives you that little bit of hope left you need. So he says, I'm David Gallagher. I need some help. On March 4th of this year, so just 2 weeks ago, I was assaulted in the streets of Park Slope in the middle of the afternoon, trying to call 911 to prevent a 13-year-old girl from being assaulted. A gang of kids punched me, threw trash at me, and pelted me with rocks. This man didn't let this child, 13 years old, go harmed. He made sure to intervene. He was doing what he could to intervene. I was hospitalized in New York Methodist in Brooklyn, where I had a broken cheekbone and kidney damage. While health insurance was able to cover the initial ER cost, the cost, including imaging, MRI, X-ray, CT, add up, as that's healthcare. I was asking for a little bit of help to get me through to the end of the month. We get it. We totally get why you are asking. Like, there are a lot of people that make GoFundMes for very silly things. Like, send me on a vacation. Send me on a honeymoon. No. Reserving GoFundMe for something like this is what it should be used for. And what he did was honestly super heroic. I wish more people would step up like this, but the reason why people don't step up like this is because you see what happens. You end up with a broken cheekbone or kidney damage. And it's really sad. I'm glad to see, though, that there is still humanity left. So he says, fortunately, there was a video of the evidence and the suspects were arrested hours after the assault. I have been working with the DA and other groups to bring a degree of restorative justice to the case. My hope is that some good will come out of this harrowing event and that justice will be served. Thank you for your kind thoughts, prayers, and love. David, content warning, of course. He has a few screenshots. I'm not sure that he's allowed to share the entirety of the video, but he has a few screenshots of him literally getting beat up. And it's really sad to see. I hate to be that person that's like, it's sad to see, but it's amazing at the same time. I hope you understand what I mean when I say that, because it sounds terrible. It's amazing to see somebody that would intervene for every person. Every person out there should intervene for a 13-year-old girl, but not every person will. This is true heroics. There's that cliche, right? Not all heroes wear capes. This is one such cape. This is one such person. And I had to share it because I absolutely love it. It says, thank you for, I love this. Our dysfunctional world needs more people like you. That's absolutely right. We need more people to step up like this. So I will put the GoFundMe in the pinned comment. But even if you're unable to help, which I totally get. I wanted to share the story because there's a lot. that's wrong with this world. There's a lot that's hard about this world. There's a lot of people that are bullied. There are a lot of people that hide who they truly are. And this is one of those instances that make you hope more people out there are more like David than they are like others. And honestly, if he does, it's going to be some time before he goes back to work, but his first book back, I'll be supporting. Not just because, he's a good writer or he's a good creator, but because he stepped up when somebody needed to step up. And I absolutely love that. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. We go back and forth all the time, right? We have people it's become this huge thing that all comic pros are mean and they're terrible and they attack fans, of which they rarely do. They do. They absolutely do. And we've covered it. We've covered people like Dan Slott and the like, right? But it's become this running narrative that the many outweigh the few. And when we look at this few, when we look at this person that put his life literally on the line for a little girl, you can't help but to kind of be inspired, right? So absolutely. If you can, there's a link down below. But again, just seeing that there are good people in this industry that a lot of people have left behind, I think is enough sometimes. It's enough to look and go, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Right? So anyways, of course, let me know what you guys think about this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.